attention. For the PressCorps, I'm Cecil A Vectori. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you the latest news from the Siva Valley conflict. Here in the 119th War Conquest of the Foxhole War, it's day 172. Heavy fighting in the central and eastern regions as lines begin to settle in. Newly discovered naval technology sparks a logistical arms race to see which side can muster a fleet the fastest. This is your reminder that the PressCorps is focused on the Able Shard. And now to the PressCorps Casualty Office. Combined casualties for this conflict have reached a total of 2,084,000 deaths. The Wardens suffer over 1,033,000 dead, while the Colonial Legion reports 1,050,000. Farinac Coast is currently the deadliest region with over 269,000 combined deaths. And now to the front. In the west, moderate fighting continues on Farinac Coast, with the region remaining in colonial hands. The Warden offensive has stagnated to just across the river from Jade Cove, threatening to turn into a prolonged siege. Light skirmishing continues in King's Cage, with battle lines drawn at the bridges crossing into Gibbet Fields. In the central regions, heavy fighting continues, with Callahan's Passage and Lockmore continuing to be brutal slogs. In Lockmore, Wardens recently pushed down across the northern bridge and recaptured Tomb of the First. Faramore remains firmly in colonial hands. In Callahan's Passage, the Wardens are attempting to push the Colonials firmly out of the region. While the Colonials officially hold no territory in Callahan's Passage, heavy fighting still ensues. Marben Hollow continues to be the home of minor skirmishing, with lines settled mostly across the region. Maiden's Vale is surrounded on three sides, but the critical logistical lifeline through Spit Rocks and to the south is still holding firmly. In the east, the Warden's deep push in the Reaver's Pass has been countered, with Inlet Shore being a hotly contested battlefield. Just mere hours ago, a colonial push into the region was halted when Warden forces recaptured the Overland Relic Base. Heavy fighting in the Clastra continues, with lines drawn at the bridges in Sly Passage and the Clastra itself. A Warden push into Alid's Bight has been halted with the colonial recapture of the Stone Plank Relic Base, pushing the Wardens ever closer back into the English shore border. And now, for some general information about the war. Do you hear that? It's the constant thundering of artillery. Field guns have made their way onto the battlefields of Raqqa, and it's important to keep an ear out while you're on the front. When you hear the thunder, it's time to duck and cover. The schematics of large naval ships and amphibious landing craft have been discovered by both sides. It's now a race to see which side can get vessels built and crewed for a new era of naval warfare. Excuse me. And now, onto the weather. The PressCorps Weather Service reports snow in Drowned Vale, rain in Calakai, and muddy conditions in Akrithia. A reminder that adverse weather conditions can impact fighting conditions. Snow can freeze vehicles and soldiers, and rain and mud can bog down your tanks and troops. Be sure to stay flexible and adapt to new conditions as they arise. Our weather forecast wouldn't be possible without the help of our volunteer storm chasers. If you'd like to know more about the Storm Chaser Corps, visit PressCorpsGaming.com/weather. And now into some community news. The PressCorps has opened up applications for regimental advertisements. Do you want to spread awareness of who you are? Join the PressCorps Discord to make a submission, and we'll handle the rest. From the PressCorps, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to the freshly enlisted in our ranks who may have joined us for War 119, or are returning for the long-awaited infantry update. We'll see you on the front line! And finally, this is your reminder to stay hydrated. A hydrated soldier is an alert soldier, and an alert soldier makes all the difference in the war. Stay tuned for more music, weather, and news from the front lines. Whether you're hauling in the back or fighting in the front, PressCorps Radio has just the right tunes for you. For the PressCorps, I'm Cecil Vectori. Thank you.
The PressCorps is an all-volunteer creative collective of reporters, broadcasters, artists, and more from the MMO video game Foxhole, developed by Siege Camp. Our mission is to engross our audience in and amplify the stories of this unique war ecosystem. The PressCorps was founded in 2018 by former Planetside 2 Radio Free Auraxis host, CaptainInArms. It is a separate community entity and is not officially representative of Siege Camp. For more information, visit our website at PressCorpsGaming.com. That's PressCorps Gaming.com.